around again. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Together we can win. Here we go.
That could be the ball game. That ball is back and gone. Adrian Beltre.
These are the days we will recall. And this is how we want to go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. We're coming around again. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Together we can win. Here we go.
My, oh my, unbelievable.
Here we go.
It's the World Poker Tour.
Helmut is going all in here.
All new episodes of the best players battling to be crowned WPT champion. All new episodes of the World Poker Tour, Sundays.
The final score, weeknights. In this episode of Sports Science, can an NFL Pro Bowl running back hold on to the ball while running through a gauntlet of vicious MMA fighters? What would happen if one of the world's best golfers hit his drives like Happy Gilmore? Where's the bigger danger? On the football field or on the sidelines? Whose hands are faster? One of the NBA's best ball handlers? Or Guns N' Roses legendary drummer, Matt Sorum? And we want to find out who bites harder. Mike Tyson?
It appears that Tyson has bitten Holyfield in the ear.
Or an attack dog?
We better get some amazing data out of that.
In this former airplane hangar, we created the world's best sports laboratory. A rockin' high-tech facility with one purpose: to analyze the best athletes in the world. And with our new cutting-edge mobile laboratory, the world is now our testing ground. We've raised the bar to push the limits of human performance. We're bigger and badder than ever before. This is Sports Science.
A running back's #1 responsibility is to hold on to the ball. They're under constant attack as they run through a vicious obstacle course of linemen, linebackers, and D-backs, all trying to knock out the ball. But defenders aren't knockout artists, at least not like professional fighters are. So the question is, can an elite NFL running back hold on to the ball if he faces a gauntlet of professional knockout artists?
To answer this question, we're going to need a running back who knows how to protect a pigskin. So we traveled to our outdoor testing facility. And put the ball in the hands of star running back, Rudy Johnson. This Pro Bowler only loses a fumble once every 200 times he touches the ball.
It's called the Iron Claw, and I always got this ball high and tight, 5 pressure points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right on the nose of the ball, and a nice pocket right here. There you have it. That's how you hold a baby. Don't drop the baby.
Rudy Johnson, So if we were to set up an experiment to try to get that ball out of your arm, do you think it's possible?
It's not happening at all.
It's just not happening. That ball's staying tucked in your arm.
This is the baby right here. They always say don't drop the baby.
To test Rudy's ability to hold on to the baby, we've created the most outrageous gauntlet ever. Rudy's going to be assaulted by 4 mixed martial artists. Krzysztof Czerwinski, Mo Lawal, Kyle Sonnen, and Houston the Assassin Alexander. They're 4 of the baddest men on the planet. They've left a trail of dozens and dozens of knockout and chokeout victims, each capable of punching with up to 1,000 pounds of force. That's like getting popped with a pneumatic jackhammer.
All right, Rudy, we want you to run through the MMA gauntlet. The ground rules are you can't just blast right past them, right? You have to allow them an opportunity to actually hit.
Okay.
The ground rules for you guys, you can't hit him, you have to hit the ball.
And the ball we're using is the most high-tech football ever created. A USB port is attached to an accelerometer inside that'll measure the force of any punch to the ball.
So whether it comes out of your arm or not, we're gonna know how much force is being applied.
Okay.
Here, hold on to that.
I'm gonna show you how to do this.
Can this punishing gauntlet of professional knockout artists give our NFL running back a case of fumbleitis and knock out the ball?
I'm gonna knock that ball out of his arms.
This isn't rocket science. When Rudy comes towards me, I'm gonna take the ball.
You better move.
My right hand, right on that ball. That ball's going on the floor.
Ready?
Do it.
Go!
Almost got it from your boy.
I know he felt me. I hit it. I asked him. I know he felt me.
He came with some heat. It was definitely game time.
Go!
Rudy ran through the gauntlet 5 times, and the fighters couldn't punch out the ball a single time. After downloading the data, we found that our would-be ball strippers were striking with an average of 800 pounds of force. Over the course of 5 trips through the gauntlet, Rudy experienced the equivalent of having 20 pianos slamming down on his arms.
Almost. They was breaking the whole house, man. The whole kitchen sink. But your boy ain't dropped the baby, though. That's what counts. Can't drop the baby.
So how is he able to hold on to the ball? Our motion capture technology gives us an inside look at how Rudy's grip denied this strip. The key is the geometry of the cradle. Holding it like this creates a rectangle around the ball with 4 contact points. 1 on the hand, the forearm, bicep, and chest. Individually, these points can sustain very little force. But working together, like the 4 legs on the table, these points supply maximum stability. An incredible load-bearing capacity of 1,000 pounds. Adding to this strength is the arm's flexibility. When Rudy takes a shot, The arms act like a shock absorber, dispersing the energy throughout the muscles. So that's how you hold on to the ball. But is there any way to actually get the ball out? We're going to give Houston Alexander one more shot. But this time, Rudy has to stand still. Will this mixed martial arts stud get off a knockout punch?
Ready? Go!
Let me see it on replay. I gotta see how he got the ball off.
The key was leverage. Houston lifted up Rudy's elbow first, which disrupted his pocket of strength. The ball wasn't tucked against his chest, and his bicep lost some of its grip. With those two spots compromised, Houston had leverage and only needed 400 pounds of force to pop the ball loose. You hear that, defenders? Next time you're trying to strip the ball, remember, don't hit him with force. Hit him with science.
There's a science behind MMA. There's a science behind football. When the sports and the science collide, that's crazy. Y'all bring it to life.
Coming up next, can one of the world's best golfers hit a tee shot like Happy Gilmore?
The stage is set for the biggest show on earth. The Barclays Premier League all season long on FSC.
We've been fighting a long time. We are outnumbered by machines working around the clock without quit. You are not alone. This is John Connor. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Terminator Salvation in theaters May 21st.
We're on the road to show people.
We've made a great product even better. Watch.
Now every drop of Shell gasolines contain a nitrogen-enriched cleaning system that seeks and destroys engine gunk left by lower quality gasoline.
It then acts as a barrier that protects engines from performance-robbing gunk.
Try new nitrogen-enriched Shell gasolines.
Helping you get the most out of every drop.
Next stop, I want to drive.
Sound mind, sound body. ASICS.
I like square butts and I cannot lie. Squid and sea star can't deny. When a sponge walks in, four corners in his pants like he got phone book implants, the crowd shouts. All the ladies stare. Ain't those pants are square. Swinging through the seaweed tangles is a butt with sharp right angles. Now SpongeBob, I wanna get with ya, cause you're making me rich, ya. Burger King wants me to seal the deal. 99-cent, get a toy and a kid's meal. Booty is booty. Buy an adult value meal and get a BK Kids meal with a SpongeBob toy for 99 cents.
Every Sea-Doo is built to last a decade. That's a decade of fun, a decade of performance, a decade of exhilaration, and a lifetime of memories that only Sea-Doo can deliver. Sea-Doo, the good life just got better. A decade of thrills now comes with a double warranty. Hurry, offer ends soon.
The Emmy Award-winning sports science returns. The greatest athletes. The most outrageous experiments. Busting the biggest sports myths. And blowing your mind.
Sports Science, Sundays. In the movie Happy Gilmore, Happy converts his hockey swing into a golf swing to get insane distance off the tee, pummeling his drives over 400 yards. But does this actually work? Is it a Hollywood trick? Or could someone actually get extra distance off the tee hitting like Happy Gilmore? To find out, we brought in the only person who was willing to try such a bizarre swing. A golfer who also happens to be the 2008 PGA Player of the Year, Padraig Harrington. In 2008, this Irishman won 2 majors, the British Open and the PGA Championship. Like Padraig, every professional golfer on the planet hits a tee shot the same way, standing still. But surprisingly, there's nothing in the rules that prohibits a golfer from running up to the ball.
It's perfectly legal to use the Happy Gilmore swing on the golf course. There's nothing stopping you running up.
But hitting a driver is hard enough when you're standing still. Even pro golfers only hit the fairway 60% of the time. You're trying to make a square-inch sweet spot at the end of a 4-foot-long stick, traveling 100 miles an hour, make contact with a target smaller than a dime. So that kind of precision on the run is actually next to impossible. Padraig's not exactly short off the tee. His normal drives average 296 yards. But the idea of getting extra distance off the tee, like Happy, is tempting, even for a pro like Padraig Harrington.
The bigger a hitter you are, it is an advantage. The best player in the world always tends to be the longest hitter in the world, or close to it. He always has a length advantage.
So, could a successful Happy Gilmore swing generate more distance off the tee? And help a pro like Padraig win more tournaments? And if so, shouldn't golfers around the world rethink the way they hit golf shots? It's time to take the shackles off of golf and see if Padraig can hit a golf ball while running. Kidding? Padraig totally smokes his Happy Gilmore drive. And he doesn't just take a step into the ball like Happy. He gets a full-on running start.
Well, I noticed that both my feet left the ground at one point, so I was airborne.
At first glance, the two driving styles look radically different. But a side-by-side comparison on the Phantom high-speed footage is mind-blowing. Incredibly, even with a running start, Padraig's club position at the top of the backswing and at impact are virtually identical. So it looks amazing, but did Padraig's unconventional swing actually crank out longer drives? In fact, using a Happy Gilmore swing, Padraig actually does drive the ball much farther. On average, 30 yards farther. Our motion capture technology reveals exactly how Padraig gets happy. Padraig attacks the ball at 4 miles an hour. This forward momentum helps increase clubhead speed from his normal 107 up to 114 miles an hour. More importantly, his run-up enables him to make a huge shoulder turn. And this is one key to extra distance. Pros call it the X factor.
That's how much you stretch your hip away from your shoulder in the downswing. And because I plant a little bit like a javelin thrower in my Happy Gilmore, I get a much better stretch. And then my left hip stops much quicker so that I get that acceleration.
Padraig's increased shoulder turn means that he can hit his Happy Gilmore drives a full 10% farther than his normal drives. And those extra yards off the tee can mean a big difference on the next shot. If you're approaching the green from 30 yards closer, you're hitting less club, and you've got a better chance of sticking that ball near the hole. So why doesn't Padraig use this crazy swing on the golf course? It comes down to consistency and accuracy.
I don't believe I'd be as accurate. And would the gain of, 20, 30 yards be worth it?
Because added distance can also mean added distance the wrong way. At impact, a club face that is twisted only 1 degree offline or makes contact a couple of millimeters away from the sweet spot can result in a drive that travels 20 yards offline.
I'd like to do it on the golf course, but I'm too cautious for that.
Ultimately, in a sport where millions of dollars could come down to 1 or 2 strokes, the risk isn't worth the reward. But for the rest of us, since we all pretty much stink anyway, even Padraig recommends we try it.
If you're going to try the Happy Gilmore, and I think you should try it, don't think too much about it and just give it a good hit.
Coming up, it's one of the most notorious moments in sports history. Mike Tyson chomps off a chunk of Evander Holyfield's ear. But how hard is it to actually bite off a human ear?
UPS store. We're experts in packing, taking care of your mail, and printing documents. So small business owners feel anything but small.
Hey, we do a lot more than shipping. I never had a Red Bull before, but I had a Red Bull last night. I really like Red Bull.
You seem a little hyper.
Say yes to the ride of your life.
How you doing? Really good.
Jim Carrey by Yes Man on Blu-ray and DVD. Includes digital copy.
This is the year you come home with a stringer full of memories. And now you can save thousands and get down payment assistance during the Steal of a Deal boat blowout at tractor dealers nationwide. Plus, stop by Bass Pro Shops for activities and a free picture with the Easter Bunny.
Do you have an ugly credit card situation? Getting hassled by creditors calling?
After my surgery, our credit card debt skyrocketed.
Financial Freedom of America can help you eliminate 30 to 60% of your credit card debt.
I owed one creditor $15,000. They settled it for $2,200.
Be debt-free in as little as 30 to 36 months. Call for a free, no-obligation consultation. You can't save if you don't call.
Call 1-800-936-5651.
It's where we laugh. It's where we cheer. It's where we bond. It's a place for hopes, dreams, and surprises. A place for excitement and fun. It's Safeco Field. And it wouldn't be summer in Seattle without it. Mariners baseball. A new day, a new way.
Imagine a world where you could get what you want, exactly when you want it, where all your desires are truly on demand. With Dish Network's video on demand, that's exactly what you get. Movies at the touch of a button. The movie you want, when you want to watch it. To use Dish on Demand, just press the DVR button on your remote and choose Movies and More from the menu. Then select from a list of great Hollywood hit movies. Enjoy them anytime and watch new hits each week. Dish Network's Dish on Demand. Demand more from your TV.
The game happens here on NBA League Pass on Dish Network Season Ticket. The race to the playoffs is on, and you can still get the most NBA action at the lowest price of the season, just $49. Follow your favorite team wherever you live. Catch the clarity of select NBA games in HD. You can even watch live games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass on Dish Network Season Ticket for the lowest price of the season, just $49. To order, call 1-877-DISH-PPV.
It's one of the most notorious incidents in sports. June 28, 1997. A heavyweight title bout between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield turned into chaos when Tyson bit off a chunk of Holyfield's ear.
It appears that Tyson has bitten Holyfield in the ear. Disgusting tactics here by Mike Tyson.
So naturally, we want to know, how hard is it to chew off a chunk of someone's ear? And does the title of World's Most Dangerous Bite belong to Iron Mike?
For this crazy experiment, we're going to test 3 of the most dangerous biters in the world. A human being, a vicious attack dog, and a Komodo dragon. First up, a human being. Playing the part of Mike Tyson in his prime is a guy who specializes in biting and chewing. Competitive eater, FuriousPete Czerwinski. FuriousPete holds the world record for eating 22 bananas in 2 minutes, and the world record for eating 43 meatballs in 7 minutes. So Pete's going to play the part of Iron Mike. Playing the part of Evander Holyfield's ear is this pig's ear.
Yummy.
Biologically, pig's ears have cartilage identical to the consistency of a human ear.
Oh, that is awful. My advice is stay away from the hair and stay away from the earwax.
We used a bite dynamometer to measure Pete's bite force at 280 pounds. But would that have been enough for Mike Tyson to gnaw his way through Holyfield's ear? It's time to find out.
There you go.
What did it taste like?
Tastes like pork, tastes like pig, yeah.
Did Pete have to use every pound of his chomping capability to tear through the ear? Turns out, not even close. It only took Pete 110 pounds of force to bite through the pig's ear. So, did it only take Mike Tyson that little force to chew off Evander Holyfield's ear?
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in a boxing ring.
For the first time ever, our high-tech sensors reveal the answer as we go inside the mouth of boxing's bite of the century.
Holyfield's ear is bloody. What a vicious exhibition.
Pound for pound, the strongest muscle in the human body is the jaw muscle, called the masseter. If the masseter were the size of your bicep, you could curl 500-pound dumbbells. And tooth enamel is the strongest substance in the human body, as thick as a dime. So the combination of Mike Tyson's sharp, strong teeth, not the gold ones, but his pearly whites, in his powerful jaw, means that if he wanted to, Iron Mike could actually bite through metal. But on fight night, he only used 100 pounds of force to bite through Evander Holyfield's ear. That's because the tip of his ear, technically the helix of his penna, is an area only 1/4 of an inch thick. So how does Iron Mike's bite stack up in the animal kingdom? To find out, we brought in a vicious attack dog with a killer bite. A Belgian Malinois named Tasco. And to test Tasco's bite, we've enlisted our host John Brinkus to be the designated chew toy.
So John, we're going to put some sensors on your arms because that's my understanding where the dog is going to attack.
Correct.
Dogs who are well trained, they know how to bite. Usually they want to bite full and hard, and even they can break the bones.
And to make matters worse, to get an accurate force reading, John only gets to wear a thin protective suit.
So this is guaranteeing me that I'm going to get bruised and I will feel a lot of pain.
You want to feel all the bite.
I'm willing to do this, but this is unappealing. Should I get the pants on just in case?
Better put the pants.
You're saying that he's a national champion in obedience, but I better wear the pants just in case.
Just in case, yes. Never know
you just said you never know?
Never know. That dog's really well trained, but you never can trust any dog. Doesn't matter how well trained he is.
Okay, I'm ready.
Is this attack dog's bite worse than Iron Mike's? We'll release the hound when sports science continues.
The final score, weeknights.
Sunday drop in as Fuel TV launches another action-packed episode of Thrillbillies. Watch Thrillbillies, Sunday only on Fuel TV.
Sound mind, sound body. ASICS.
Say a big hello to Pizza Hut's Pan-Normous. It's our biggest pan pizza ever and our biggest deal ever. Now just $10.
Buddy, this thing's a monster. We are never gonna finish this.
The Pan-Normous, a pizza so big it never ends. And now it's our biggest deal ever, specially priced at just $10. That's right, a one-topping Pan-Normous is just $10. Choose real taste. Pizza Hut. Now you're eating.
It's still hot. You got 1 hour. You got to keep your body electrically charged. Yes, man.
On April 17th.
Those things are designed for strenuous activity.
Tell me about it. Frank, High Voltage, rated R. In theaters April 17th.
Chic Extreme 3, the only disposable with 3 flexible pivoting blades and 2 conditioning strips for a smooth, comfortable shave. Chic Extreme 3, free your skin.
Crimes are an unfortunate part of our society. The field of criminal justice is full of men and women, both in the public eye and behind the scenes, working to secure our future. The ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice teaches the fundamentals of the criminal justice system and criminal justice skills. graduates may be ready to pursue a broad spectrum of careers in the private sector, as well as entry-level positions involving criminal justice, including parole and probation, community corrections, and court systems. Be one of the many dedicated Americans who participate in making our nation a better and safer place for us all. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice, Education for the Future. To find out more, call 1-800-942-0088 or visit us on the web.
It appears that Tyson has bitten Holyfield in the ear.
Taking a bite out of Mike Tyson's playbook, we wanted to find out how much force it took Iron Mike to chew through Evander Holyfield's ear. World champion competitive eater, FuriousPete Czerwinski, showed us that it only took Iron Mike about 100 pounds of force to take off Holyfield's ear.
Holyfield's ear is bloody. What a vicious exhibition.
But that got us thinking, how does a vicious Mike Tyson bite stack up in the animal kingdom? So we recruited this trained attack dog, Tosco. Target, the other white meat. Sports science host, John Brinkus. Could Mike Tyson's bite be stronger than a vicious attack dog?
We better get some amazing data out of that. I just took another one in the name of team sports science.
So how hard did Tosco bite? The tech scan sensor reveals that he bit with 200 pounds of force.
But I felt every single pound of pressure.
That's 100 pounds more force than Tyson used to bite off Holyfield's ear. But if Mike Tyson had bit with the full amount of force that humans are capable of, he would have outbit the vicious attack dog. While Mike Tyson has one of the animal kingdom's strongest bites, it's not considered the most dangerous bite. That title belongs to a much smaller animal, a Komodo dragon. The dragon's bite force isn't what's dangerous. It's the bacteria in its mouth that can be deadly.
20 different types of bacteria living in the mouth of a Komodo dragon. Any one of those is capable of killing you within 72 hours.
So what does this lizard have in common with Mike Tyson? The same thing that we all have in common with Iron Mike. Like the lizard, our mouths are home to some nasty bacteria.
Tyson ear bite, a nasty bite. Human bites, notoriously horrible. Why? They have a number of ugly bacteria. Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, Eikenella. These bacteria are angry bacteria that just want to attack.
So even though Holyfield was exposed to some nasty bacteria from Tyson's mouth, he's lucky he wasn't in the ring with a Komodo dragon. Because if that beast took a nibble on his ear, 3 days later, he may have been knocked out for good.
This is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in boxing.
Coming up, cheerleaders are flying high and landing hard. But are they taking more punishment than football players on the field?
How do you live a normal life?
after you return from hell. Once you've looked into the face of fear, you can't look back.
Resident Evil 5.
Rated M for mature.
Coming through. Make some room. No touching. So, where's your trailer?
I drove.
In the rain? With that shine? Where's all the water residue and road grime?
Took care of that in a snap.
McGuire's Ultimate Quick Detailer. New hydrophobic polymer technology.
Water beat it up, wiped right off.
Wait, I could have had the fun of driving here and had a shine like that?
Work smarter, not harder. Use McGuire's.
Get my agent.
Critics are going nuts for Observe and Report.
That's not too crazy, though.
It's boldly unconventional. Sick.
My breath tastes like...
And Rolling Stone raves. It's funny as hell.
You're just drunk.
Oh, no.
Observe and Report. Rated R.
Shell V-Power, our most advanced fuel ever. Nitrogen enriched for optimum performance, maximum protection. There's no mistaking the power of the V.
At Tracker Boats, we're having our biggest sale in 35 years. Go to any Bass Pro Shop or Tracker dealer, learn about the remarkable down payment assistance program
that makes it easier than ever to get you on the water in a new Tracker boat.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? Would you like to cut that debt by half or even more?
They really went out of their way to help me. They negotiated with my creditors. It's such a relief to be out of debt.
It was the best decision of my life. I owed one creditor almost $15,000, and they got them to settle for $2,200.
Stop never-ending late fees and outrageous interest rates. Call for a free, no-obligation consultation.
Call 1-800-936-5651.
The Emmy Award-winning Sports Science returns. The greatest athletes. The most outrageous experiments. Busting the biggest sports myths. And blowing your mind. Sports Science, Sundays.
Coming up, who's got faster hands? An NBA baller or a rock and roll legend?
The best damn sports show, period. Weeknights.
This is the year you take the road less traveled, and Bass Pro Shops can get you there with great deals like the Columbia Ibex rain suits for under $20. Stop by this weekend for free kids activities and a free picture with the Easter Bunny.
Sound mind, sound body. ASICS.
Tomorrow, don't miss the ultimate buddy film.
I love you.
I love you too! Yeah! I don't care! I don't care!
Observe and Report. Rated R. Starts tomorrow.
I like square butts and I cannot lie. Squid and sea star can't deny. When a sponge walks in, 4 corners in his pants like he got phone book implants, the crowd shouts. All the ladies stare. Ain't those pants are square. Swinging through the seaweed tangles is a butt with sharp right angles. Now SpongeBob, I wanna get with ya, cause you're making me rich, ya. Burger King wants me to seal the deal. 99-cent, get a toy and a kid's meal.
Booty is booty. Buy an adult value meal and get a BK Kids meal with a SpongeBob toy for 99 cents.
Griffey and the Mariners battle the new look Athletics as opening week moves to the Bay Area. Mariners Athletics tonight at 6:30 on FSN and FSN HD. Presented by Firestone, a tradition of innovation.
I
I've got a tip for you. Reduce stress with Dish Network. Yeah, that's right. Dish Network can make your life easier.
Just sign up for AutoPay with paperless billing. With AutoPay with paperless billing, your Dish Network bill is always paid on time. No postage, no hassles. Just visit dishnetwork.com/myaccount to get signed up.
So not only does it reduce stress, it also reduces some of this.
AutoPay with paperless billing from Dish Network.
Imagine a world where you could get what you want, exactly when you want it. With Dish Network's Video On Demand, that's exactly what you get. Movies at the touch of a button. Just press the DVR button on your remote and choose Movies and More from the menu. Then select from a list of great Hollywood hit movies. Enjoy them anytime and watch new hits each week. Dish Network's Dish On Demand. Demand more from your TV.
The best damn sports show, period. Tonight.
One of basketball's fundamentals is simply dribbling the ball. And in the NBA, the best ball handlers are the point guards.
Weaving through the obstacle course.
For them, handling the ball is all about rhythm and precision, just like a rock and roll drummer. So what we want to know is, can the NBA's best point guards, while dribbling the ball, possibly move their hands as fast as a rock and roll drummer?
To help answer the question, we turn the stage over to rock and roll legend, Matt Sorum. One of the best hard rock drummers on the planet. Matt has been in 3 huge bands: The Cult, Velvet Revolver, and Guns N' Roses.
As a kid, I started practicing my technique with my hands, and the object was to get as fast as possible.
So just how fast are the hands of an elite rock drummer? Can he possibly move as quickly as basketball's best dribblers? Answering the challenge is NBA phenom Jerryd Bayless. Like the drummer who controls the tempo of a song, guards like Bayless control the tempo of a game with their hands.
If you're gonna survive in the NBA, you gotta have quick hands. You wanna be able to dribble equally with both hands. Now, if I'm dribbling my right hand, you wanna be able to pound it the same way on the left hand as well. So there's no weakness while you're dribbling the ball.
Both our rock and roll drummer and our dribbling whiz are getting rigged up with some high-tech hardware. Both will be wearing a wireless accelerometer on their hands to reveal exactly how fast they move.
You ready?
Yes. Right hand, left hand, anything that you think is going to produce the most number of dribbles within 30 seconds.
Matt will be using a technique known as a single-stroke roll to get his hands moving at top speed around the drums. To get the most speed, Jerryd will be using both hands and dribbling low to the ground. There are plenty of situations when a guard has to revive a low ball. And as long as both hands don't touch the ball at the same time, it's a legal dribble. Ooh. It's time to find out who's faster, a dribbler or a drummer.
Ready to do it?
Ready.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Who do you think has the faster hands? Yourself or a rock and roll drummer?
I think I do. I hope I do, at least.
So who is faster, the dribbler or the drummer. At his peak, Matt Sorum was drumming an amazing 12 times per second. That's as fast as the wing speed of a hummingbird. Well, the slowest hummingbird, which is South America's giant hummingbird.
That monitor was really cool. It was like an EKG, you know. It was really cool to see that work on my hand like that.
And how fast was Jared dribbling? The data from the accelerometer reveals that Jared peaked at an amazing 14 dribbles per second. That's 10% faster than Matt. That's even faster than the wheels on Matt's tour bus would spin at 95 miles per hour. When Jared's dribbling, thousands of nerve endings in his fingertips, called mechanoreceptors, send electrical impulses flying to his brain and back at 134 miles an hour.
You're going to be put in different situations while you're in the game, so you got to practice for everything, and that's one of the things I actually practice.
I've never seen my hand speed that fast. That was totally cool to see that. You know, I had no idea that was even possible.
With that kind of hand speed, maybe Matt missed his calling. Apparently, Matt did not, in fact, miss his calling.
The following is a production of FSN, where Northwest fans